In light of everything that's going on right now, I mean, by now I think we all know what happened on, was it Saturday, with the assassination attempt on Trump. And so it's just been a couple like wonky days where it just feels weird to share what I normally share, just in light of everything that's going on and what a shit show this crazy world is. And I was going to hop on here to record just like a little like update on what's going on like with me. And before I hit record, I got on my phone and I went on Instagram and I saw a video of, I mean, behind the scenes of in the crowd after that guy got shot. And oh, my eyes water up just thinking about it right now. It just makes everything I was about to say on this podcast like pointless, ridiculous. Like, who cares what's going on with my weight loss journey and how I'm struggling and what's going on with this podcast and if I'm taking a break or not? Like, that all just seems so trivial to what is going on right now. And this is my little pocket of time today to record. So I'm going to just, go on with the show. But I feel nauseous after literally 5 minutes ago seeing that video. And it's just, man, like, what the heck? So, anyways, I feel a little somber than I did, initially waking up this morning and wanting to chat with you guys about a few things. So, just bear with me. I hope this doesn't seem insensitive, just like going on with my life with everything that's going on. But I do just want to update you guys on a few things. And so here we go. So, since we're talking about this podcast, I'll start with saying I'm not totally going to be taking a break for the summer. I mean, I feel like summer is already halfway done with, but the next 3 months are going to be very busy as far as me working on book promotion stuff. Like, I'm trying to come up with some like pre-sale bonus for you guys, for those who have already ordered and those who will order after we get this all together. So I'm focusing on that. And I'm also going to be, I'm already quite frequently guest on people's podcasts, but I feel like it's going to be amped up a notch, just trying to help spread the word about carnivore and also help to promote my book. Since I don't have a lot of time as it is, I need to be, choosy about what I'm doing. So if I'm going to be on other people's podcasts quite often, it just also feels like a lot to get on my podcast once a week. And I know it's only like, a half hour at the most, but then the editing stuff and getting it up and, it's just a lot. And as you know, I'm easily overwhelmed. So I don't want to totally take a break because I still love what I'm doing, but every week getting something out is just a little too much right now. So it might be like an every other week, maybe once a month. I don't know, at least till we get through October. So that's the plan for that. I do have Jen from Delighted to Meet You, who's going to be on, I think we're recording next week, so in a couple weeks. And that's all I have planned for right now. So anything after that will be either solo episodes, or if something like a hot topic comes up, or I'm talking with a friend about something, like kind of with Natalie, like that happened so quickly. I'm like, we need to come talk about this. So I think that's also like a good thing. Like, it's just going to be like in the moment things, like, I'm passionate about this topic. Let's hop on the podcast and talk about it. So bear with me with that, because I love the fact that I have certain podcasts that come out every Tuesday morning, and I look forward to that. So that's what I also wanted to give to the handful of you who watch and listen to this. So I'm bummed that it's not going to be consistent, but we will get back there, I guess, in the fall. So I am starting a new thing. I feel like you're probably thinking, Courtney, like, you always have something new going on. And it's like, well, yeah, I'm trying to get to my goal weight. So I'm trying to find, like, what works best for me. So I am kind of throwing in the towel on the running situation. I do want to be able to run around the park with my kids and do things like that. So I do see myself maybe still like going on a jog here and there, but actually training for a race isn't what I'm going to be doing right now. And I already felt that way before I had the conversation with Nat on my last podcast, but she said something that like made me go, okay, maybe that's not for me. Like, if you are training for a race, you are training to be good at that sport. And that's not necessarily my goals right now. And I wasn't using running as like a weight loss body composition thing. It was just something to do, something different to shake things up. But it's like, I want to be toned and ripped. And that was it was only lasted for 2 weeks, but it was taking away from my lifting because, I mean, it was my fault, but I just wasn't putting in that effort again. So I immediately after I did that podcast with Nat, I'm like, okay, I need to hire you to be my coach. You need to get me to my goal. We need to build me a booty. I need to start prioritizing lifting again. So we are 1 week in so far with working together. But for the last week, we've just been essentially me doing what I've been doing, and we're tracking and getting all the data. So I haven't been sticking to macros. In fact, it's felt a little out of control because all I'm supposed to be doing is intuitively eating, which I can't do. And I'm just tracking to see where I'm at. We're getting my baseline. And she talks about that more if you go back to the last episode that I did. So that's what we've been doing. I did get my workout plan today. So today, later this afternoon, I'm going to go to the gym and it's leg day. We're going to have essentially, I think she said like 3 leg days and 2 upper body days. And I hate leg day because it's a lot of work. Like, yes, curling your biceps, like it's heavy and it's hard, but that's just a small portion of your body. When you're doing leg day, like you have to really put in the work. It's like, pretty much you're lifting like all of your body and then the weight. So leg day, I'm a little lazy for leg day. So this will be interesting to see like how well I can do and how much I can push myself at the gym. But I think knowing that Nat is going to be like watching what I'm doing as far as like, logging in my weights and all that hopefully that will help me. So like I said, the last week, when you're figuring out your baseline, you're not trying to hit certain macros. You're just trying to, intuitively eat. And I had some days where I wasn't hungry. Once again, like this isn't anything new. I wasn't hungry, but I was still eating because like it tasted good. So the scale has gone up this last week. I actually feel very stuffed sausagey, like in my stomach, like I feel it. So the last couple weeks have been wonky, but I'm actually surprised on like how gross and chubby I feel. For a while there, I was feeling, even though I still had excess fat on my stomach, I was feeling like slim and trim, and I'm not feeling that right now. I feel pretty gross. So I don't even know like how that happened because yes, it was more macros than like what I wasn't in a deficit, but I've been at that macros before and I didn't feel like this. So I don't know what's going on. If it was, I was having a lot of yogurt, I was incorporating cream back into my coffee. So I wasn't necessarily eating. I was trying to push my eating off by having some I don't know, guys, it's been a mess. And I've lost my 55 pounds. Well, it got really high pitched. I've lost while having dairy. Like I have had dairy this whole time, but I feel like it has gotten like extra out of control these last couple weeks. So I'm reeling that back in, not giving it up completely, but I'm reeling it back in. I'm having like, my plan is like a lot of burger patties, some New York strips, salmon, and just keeping it simple and maybe having a little bit of yogurt, but not having, a cup of cream in my coffee in the morning. So that's where I'm at with my weight loss and fitness side of things. So I will keep you posted on that. And also, if you are just listening to this on your podcast app, come to YouTube. Even though I'm not going to be as consistent with the podcast side of things, I am still going to be making YouTube videos, but I want to do more of like the cooking. So obviously me cooking a recipe isn't going to translate well for a podcast app, but check me out on YouTube and Instagram. I also want to be sharing more short videos of what I feed my kids in a day. Like for me, they're kind of just like eating what we eat and then have some fruit, but I know it's helpful for people to like have a visual of like what their plates look like. So I'm going to lean into that more. I'm honestly just being, I guess, a little lazy. Like I want to do that, but the thought of filming it and editing it, and then I have to get ready to be on camera. Like it has just felt like a lot lately, but I'm excited to do it. So I just need to like light a fire under my ass to get it done. Cause I know it's helpful for people, but it's also very triggering for people. And so I need to like be prepared for the hate. It's different to get comments about myself. Like I normally get horrible comments every day on my videos, but when it comes to like kids stuff, like that's where, mama bear comes out and it's hard to read something. So maybe that's subconsciously what I'm afraid of is the hate I'm going to get. So anyways, one last thing. Okay. August 24th in Riverton, Wyoming, there is this beef roundup sort of situation. I don't even like totally know. Like I know there's going to be like activities there, like rodeos. We're going to have a carnivore Q&A panel. It's going to be me, Chafee, Dr. Lisa, Dr. Sean O'Mara, Steak and Butter Gal, Elle, who is Chafee's girlfriend. I'm missing somebody. Angela, what's his name that helps Chafee with Simon with the How to Carnivore. He will be there. Did I forget somebody? It's going to be amazing. And their tickets are free. Like you can show up. There is a VIP package that you could pay for, but like anybody can come to this. So it's like the ultimate meetup. A bunch of us carnivores will be there. So go check it out. I believe, gosh, I'm the worst at being prepared with information. Beefroundup.com. I think that's it. I will leave the link in the description or the show notes, and come see us. It's going to be so much fun. So come join us, check it out. August 24th is the main event. All right, guys, as always, it's a pleasure to dump all my thoughts on you. And I hope you guys have a great week, and we'll chat soon.